Good morning. Yeah, it's the Andrey Bustamante Show. Are you ready for that? All services real estate. Anything you need having to do with real estate, with investing in real estate, with buying, selling, comparing, finding out what your house is worth, getting the best deal on a home with Andrey Bustamante's team as your buyer's agent, whatever it is. These are the people you want to turn to. They are the ones that are nationally recognized by celebrities and by authorities in the industry. And you can always reach Andrey Bustamante at 888-785-0440, 888-785-0440, AndreyBustamante.com. That is with a Y. Andrey, you are looking spiffy today.
That's what happens when you start exercising again, man.
I'm telling you right now, you're
your
looking
clothes
good.
Don't fit as tight as they did before,
Well,
the week prior.
But you know what? The good thing is you've got the energy to work for your clients.
We have a whatever it takes mentality, man. So
Whatever
it takes.
The other thing that you do is you put the customer first.
Yeah.
That is so important because there are so many big companies now, these national companies, and all they want's the listing. And then, it's hard to hear from them. They're not going to call you back. If you call them, they're going to tell you, "Oh, I've got somebody hot for your property." They're just going to string you along.
And if they do, ultimately, they're not going to show up with results. They're going to show up empty-handed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people hire us because they want results, and I consider us to be the best in the industry at doing that. I have so many success stories we'll get to later on in the show that you don't even know about yet. And you're going to be excited when I talk about these.
And I love to hear about our audience also loves, and we'll get to some this hour. We'll get to some listings as well, because it doesn't matter if you're in the $150,000 category or if you're in the $5.8 million category. Andrey knows how to market it, and that's what it's all about. Hey, if you got a question for Andrey, give us a call, 855-297-9696, 855-297-9696. You could text us at 21232. By way of explanation, get out your smartphone if you don't have a kid around the house to show you how to do this. Go to the messaging section, and where it says recipient, just put in 21232. And then in the body, go, Andrey, these people can't sell my house. What am I going to do? And, of course, he's going to tell you what you're going to do.
Especially about that, really quick, I want to make sure that people know about our unique program. Nobody in the industry, and this is nobody, has a system like this. And there's copycats that will copy our guaranteed sales program and our love it or leave it program. And we'll get into explaining what those are later. But we have a We Love Realtors program. So what that is if your agent is not being able to sell your house, or you as the agent, you're getting to the point where you're like, man, this thing is getting ready to expire on me. Go ahead and give me a call. I can help put money in your pocket. We just put $5,000, almost $5,500, I think it was, in an agent's pocket. The lady had pretty much already lost the listing.
Oh,
and here we came to the rescue, and we paid her about $5,500 when it was all said and done. It's a 35% referral fee. So for any real estate agent, any realtor out there, for any homeowner out there, if you're getting to the point where you realize that listing is getting ready to expire, tell your agent if they haven't already heard about it. And because that's what this particular homeowner did. They talked to the agent. They said, "Listen, we're getting ready to cut the listing with you. However, we just heard Andrey Bustamante on News 96.5 talk about this We Love Realtors program where he'll actually pay you 35% referral fee. Are you interested in that?" And it was kind of weird because normally I was pitching it to the realtors saying, give us the information. We'll talk to the client. Pass us a good, solid referral. We'll give you 35% referral fee when it's all said and done. So we gave this agent $5,500 approximately. It was like 50, I don't know. But this lady, she wasn't going to make a single penny on it. And this lady had been doing open houses on this particular home every single Saturday and Sunday. And we all know those things don't work. No. But nonetheless, she had put a lot of work into selling the property. So she deserved to get compensated. And we did through our We Love Realtors marketing program. And we got her paid, and the homeowner's happy.
There you go. So that is, you're coming in and you're saving the transaction.
Completely.
No matter who's involved in it, Andrey's going to come and save the day. Because the one thing Andrey and I haven't talked about in a long time, and that is It's a chain reaction. I remember, if anybody used to watch the Andy Griffith Show, Barney got into real estate one episode, and he's got like everybody in the entire city wanting somebody else's house.
Yeah.
And then he went back to Andy, and Andy said, well, Aunt B and I don't want to sell this house. Well, that knocked out about 12 other transactions. But on the simple side, on the real life side, let's say that you were trying to sell your house through, A, B, C, D, E, F, G Realty, and they don't get it done. Well, wait a minute. What happened to that house you were going to buy?
Exactly.
Where you needed to be closed by the 12th, and now you're probably not going to close for another 2 or 3 months. You had earnest money down and a buyer's contract for another house. Somebody's going to sue your butt, and this thing just falls apart because that person wanted to go on to their next house. So you've got to have a real estate agent. I arguably tell my friends, have Andrey represent you as a buyer and a seller. Mm-hmm. Let him handle the whole thing for you. You just hand it to him and say, here's my plan.
Yeah.
Show me the house, Andrey, that I'm going to buy. All right, now get me in there by the 12th.
Now, and what that means, folks, what Rob is saying by having us represent you as a buyer and the seller, what he's saying is you want us to simultaneously handle both transactions. Because what the biggest thing is like, I'm interested in selling my house, but I don't want to be homeless, because more often than not, you probably sell houses in 30, 60, or 90 days. So you're probably going to sell my house too quickly before I find my next house. The answer is no. I mean, we're going to time it perfectly. And what Rob is saying, hire us to represent you not only on the sale, but on the purchase. So it's a nice, seamless process. We basically do a double closing. We close on the sale of your property, say on a Thursday morning, and we close on the purchase that Thursday afternoon. It's easy.
Yeah, switch keys and everybody's off to the races. But I know couples, from my first house to my second house, we had to stay in a hotel in Tavares, motel actually, in Tavares for 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Because everything didn't flow right. Well, that's an inconvenience, because instead of moving everything from one house to the other house with 2 men and a truck or whoever, no, you had to go to house, storage, house. And you're living out of a suitcase.
And that's awful.
And where's my computer? And where's my shoes? And where's my jacket? And where's this and that?
And you're eating out every night. It's like, horrible.
What?
It ends up costing a ton of money. The only time I remember that happening, it was crazy. It was actually, I think it was with a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac property, bank-owned foreclosure, where they had title issues on this home. So we were representing the buyer. And, of course, we're not privy to all the title defects. And the buyer puts in the contract. They fly down from New York. Poor people. It was a house in Windermere. And they're expected to close. And all of a sudden, like at the 11th hour, there was a title issue. Well, the buyers were told, we're not closing. And this thing went out for like a month, 2 months. And like almost 2.5 months. It was crazy. And it was like the simplest fix. But, right hand didn't know what the left hand was doing. They were not communicating. So finally, we stepped in and we said, all right, this thing's got to stop. Yeah. The buyer was in our office every single day trying to find a solution. We found the solution, but that's been the only time where the buyer actually had to live in a hotel, but it was the bank's fault. Aside from that, and every single one of our regular sale transactions, I will say it's been a seamless process.
Yeah. I look at it like this. Too many cooks spoil the chili, all right, or the stew, all right? So if you can cut it down to one professional, well-known, very professional real estate firm, and you go to them and you say, Andrey, I want to sell my house. You're going to put your sign in the yard. You're going to market it. You're going to have the drones. You're going to take the photography. Meanwhile, while all that's happening, the staging and all that, Andrey, let's go find another house for me. You handle it all. I don't want to do anything but go to work every day and do my radio shows. And you just tell me what we're doing. I'll pick out the house, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, and it's my team. We sell so many homes because we have a proven system for buying and selling real estate. And I depend a lot on my team. We have systems and policies and procedures, and we have an amazing team that we've assembled. I don't do it all, I'll be honest. And I don't work with every single specific seller directly. Indirectly, of course, because I oversee all the marketing. I oversee the results. I mean, I focus on the most important thing, which is ultimately the results. Are we going to get the deal done? Is the client going to get from point A to point B? And then I have people put in place. But, we have a team that can handle it all for you. So we're here, folks.
All right, very good. And if you want to reach the show today and just call us and have a conversation.
Let's hang out on the
use your
air.
real name. That's right. You power the show. Besides that, producer Tim's about to go to sleep over there. Give him a phone call and wake him up because
let's give him something to do, guys.
We've hooked up a special electrical line, so when the phone rings, it kind of jolts him awake. It's 855-297-9696. Yeah, that's what working with me does. 855-297-9696. Text us at 21232. Andrey Bustamante. That's it. That's the only name you need to know. That's all you need to know in real estate. We'll be back right here on News 96.5. We are 7 minutes away from news, traffic, and weather, and yes, we are on Hillary Watch. No matter what side of the aisle are on, everybody wonders when and what she's going to say, and you'll hear it first right here and complete on News 96.5. And tomorrow, stay tuned for Marco Rubio's comments as well. So it's going to be a very news-filled couple of days, and our award-winning news department is on top of it. You want to talk to Andrey Bustamante, the word for real estate? 855-297-9696. Text us at 21232. You can always call Andrey direct at 888-785-0440, 888-785-0440, AndreyBustamante.com. Lisa, how can we help you?
I've been listening to your show this morning, and I just heard the statement. You said, we all know open houses don't work. And my first question is, what is that statement based on? Why do you say we know open houses don't work?
Cool. So there is an annual report by the National Association of Realtors, Lisa. And first and foremost, thank you so much for your question. I think that this is awesome. And like Rob says, this is truly what powers the show. So I appreciate your question. So my statement saying open houses don't work is basically in line with the National Association of Realtors report. They publish yearly a report called the Profile of Home Buyers and Sellers. And every year they outline what's working, how did the buyers find the house or whatnot. And historically, only 1% of homes have actually sold through an open house.
Wow.
So and the reason it is because, hear this out. Every single time I talk to a homeowner, and I'm sure, are you currently selling a property?
Yes, I am. And actually, I'm driving in the car right now to go over and have an open house at a home I'm for selling by owner. We're trying to get into a flip house business. And
Gotcha. Please do yourself a favor. Hire an agent. Go find all the deals, and then just let the agents take care of the legwork.
It's Sunday. You could be out having a good time today instead of working today. But back to the question.
I understand. The last time though, we did a house. We sold it at the open house. The people that saw it at the open house, and they bought it. But part of the problem with that was it was just a for sale by owner, and this particular person walked in with their realtor. They were out looking at other homes in the neighborhood. They walked in with their realtor, and they put a contract on the house.
And you had to pay the realtor anyways.
The realtor fee, which I question that thought process too, because I did not hire a realtor.
Exactly. Well, here's what normally happens in that case. Your question is awesome. So what normally happens in this particular case is you see a for sale by owner. A buyer is with their agent in the car. The agent should actually get out of the car, knock on the door, talk to you, and say, "Hey, listen, Mrs. Seller, would you be interested in co-broking with me and having a commission agreement drawn up? Pay me X amount of commission if my buyer that's in the car that wants to see your house agrees to buy it." I'm sure they probably didn't go through that, did they?
No, they didn't. It was just a commission rate added into the contract that was deducted from our profit.
Exactly. And that's the reason I always tell people don't for sale by owner, because all you're going to attract, if you put your house on the market for Fizbo.com and on Zillow and everywhere, and you have open houses, the majority of the traffic you're going to have is from agents. And they're not going to be the professional agents. They're going to be probably, the newer agents that are out there that are hungry, and you got to respect that. But at the same time, you're not gonna be dealing with the best of the best in the business. So to answer your original question, why do open houses not work? Because as a seller, you want ready, willing, and able buyers that are pre-approved and ready to go. And quite frankly, if you have an agent doing an open house, or if you're doing it yourself, you can't ask people, hey, let me see your pre-approval before they come in the house.
That's true. And I did notice that last weekend when we had an open house that we had, it was mostly neighbors that came in just wanting to see the property that had been renovated and talk. And we didn't have any real serious buyers in the neighborhood. But 4 other homes in the neighborhood were having open houses, and we thought it would be a good time to unite with the MLS people that were out there.
Yeah. 10 years ago, Lisa, open houses were amazing. Nowadays, one out of 100 houses will sell at an open house. I will say this. Agents that do open houses, they're the ones that benefit because you have the neighbors out there and you have an opportunity to do some belly-to-belly business. And you have an opportunity as an agent to get buyers for other houses, and you have an opportunity as an agent to get other listings from potential sellers that are nosying around and saying, hey, well, I'm thinking of selling in the next 6 months. I wonder what my competition looks like. But the reality, as a seller looking to sell, open houses are not the highest and best use of your time, especially if you're doing them yourself. In today's world, 96% of buyers begin their search online. Trust me, on a Sunday afternoon, they're hanging out at home on Realtor.com, on Zillow, on Best Orlando MLS Search. On these sites, they're not necessarily driving around town anymore.
So in other words, I never thought about that. And Lisa, you bring up an interesting point. So Andre brings up one too, and that is you're a realtor. And you've got a home that Tim wants to sell. And so you tell Tim, I want an open house. So all of a sudden that realtor's in there to, quote, sell Tim's house, but he's meeting 30 buyers that he's getting business cards to, and he's adding to his roster so he can go help find them a home. So I look at it as a harvesting event for the realtor and only for the homeowner. Dirtier carpets, somebody had to buy the cookies, and a lot of people are coming into your home that you don't want in your home because you don't know if they qualify.
Yep, point blank.
Very cool.
Right.
Very cool.
Well, well, my other question is there's also the option of you just pay a one-time fee and get an MLS listing. But I've heard that is not good to do when selling your home because realtors don't want to show it because you've just paid for the MLS real estate listing, and they don't. They know their commission level is cut.
That's a great question, Lisa, because here's what happens. Imagine if, I bet you 10 or 15 years from now, you're going to have, do an open heart surgery mailing kit. Do an ACL surgery mailing kit. Order the mailing kit and do your own surgery. It doesn't work. Represent yourself in court. LegalZoom. You have all these instant things, free things, save money here, save money there. The reality is it doesn't work. You're seeing it yourself directly. An agent that knows what they're doing is going to come in and say, well, you're for sale by owner. I see that you're saving money. 1, we're going to discount the fee from the price. And 2, we're going to ask you to still pay our commission. Lisa, give us a call off the air or give my producer, Tim. I can give you so many more tips. It'll take up the whole show. I'd love to help you and help you put more money in your pocket in less time and actually have you spend time with your family on Sundays, not out there doing open houses. Thank you so much for your call.
We're getting into news. We'll be back. Hey, we're back. Yes, it's the Andrey Bustamante Show. Andrey Bustamante Real Estate, brought to you by GuaranteedSale.com. Free home evaluations in under 30 seconds. Best Orlando MLS Search.com. Fidelity National Title. And if you want to call Andrey anytime, 888-785-0440 or AndreyBustamante.com. AndreyBustamante.com. Don't forget, a lot of our Cox Media stations are all down at Lake Eola for the Spring Festival in the park, and you can drop by and say hi to them and maybe win some prizes and do some cool stuff like that. And you can congratulate the team on all of the awards that they keep winning. Our K92's down there. They got the AC, what is it, Tim, the ACM?
Yeah, the Academy of Country Music Best Large Market Station of the Year award. So big congratulations over to K92.3.
And I'll let the news department on Monday let you know what happened. But they were recognized last night very, very nicely by our industry. But we'll let Joe Kelly talk about that tomorrow. Kind of neat. All right, we got Andrey Bustamante here. Andrey, I want to thank Lisa right publicly, and I know we talked about her during the break. That was a very informative conversation, and we want you guys to call the show. You power the show. So if you got questions about real estate, there's no question that is too simple, no question too complicated, and that's why we've got Andrey Bustamante. 855-297-9696, 855-297-9696. Text us. 21232. I had a text off of my own line by somebody who said that they want to know that they were listening to the program several weeks ago and they thought they heard Andrey talking about a program where it's a satisfaction, you don't like your house, that you can actually move out of. What is that called?
So we have our Love It or Leave It program.
Oh, Love It or Leave It. There you go.
So we stand behind our work. So say we sell you a property, today, and it used to be 12 months. But I said, you know what, let's just extend it out for 24 months. If within the first 24 months you haven't been able to settle in, your wife couldn't get accustomed to the neighborhood, your kids don't like the other kids in the neighborhood, whatever it is, if you couldn't settle in, that's not the place you thought it was going to be, we'll come in and sell your house for free. So it's called our Love It or Leave It. We'll sell it for free, no listing agent commission. We have you covered, and if we can't sell it, we'll actually step in and buy it.
Here's a text, and it says, I'm paying $6.99 a month for rent. Can I get into a condo or a townhouse for the same price? I don't have the money to put down. I'm a vet. Well, how about the VA? Perfect.
That's what I'm saying. So you have your VA certificate. If you don't, we can help you get that, being the fact that you were a vet. And you're paying $6.99 a month for rent. So you're throwing down the drain $700. $700 you're looking at, give or take with today's historic, still low interest rates. I don't know. Let me see, $200 for taxes, throw in $50 for insurance. You're still looking at, anywhere from like a $90,000 to $110,000 house, plus or minus. Probably even a little higher than that. You can get a decent size, home. You can even go the single family home route. I like that option better because you actually avoid the homeowner's fees and the condo fees and all that. So you could definitely pick something up. So 352, we'd love to help you. Tim, please save that, and then we'll reach out to him after the show. But there's no sense, folks, paying as little as $6.99 a month. I've seen people pay $1,500. $2,000, $2,500, and in the bigger markets, forget about it. You get down to Miami, people are paying $4,000 for a condo, penthouse. Not worth it, folks. You should buy that condo. And for anybody, including myself, I'm actually in the process of actually acquiring my own office building. We're moving down into the South not South Orlando. We're in South Orlando now. We're moving into downtown Orlando, and I think a lot of our clients will appreciate that. Just the proximity to everyone.
Oh yeah.
Because we cover so many counties, I think it'll be a lot more convenient for people just to drive into downtown Orlando, meet your real estate experts and my team, and you go right on back home knowing that your house is taken care of or that your purchase is actually in the hands of the right team.
Oh, and downtown is so renovated and so cool now. Find a good place to eat, enjoy it, a great time, do some shopping. All right, we're taking your calls right now on real estate at 855-297-9696, 855-297-9696. Text us at 21232. I'm hoping you brought some listings with you today.
I did. I'm actually going to get to those here in just a minute.
Okay,
but
very good.
I want to tag along to what Lisa was saying because I made this comment off the air, and I want to say, to all the for sale by owners out there, I want you to consider this important statistic. The fact is, for sale by owners typically, and this is according to the National Association of Realtors, 2014 profile of home buyers and sellers. If you don't trust what I'm saying, go online and Google it yourself. And it's 2014 profile of home buyers and sellers. for sale by owners, or FSBOs, as they're commonly known as a market, typically have a lower median selling price. $208,700 compared to $235,000. Thus, the typical agent-assisted home sale typically has a 13% higher sales price than a typical for sale by owner. And I want you to consider this part on top of that. Not all agents are created equal. On average, our how can I put this? Our sales price to list price ratio is 99% plus. A traditional agent, on average, sells houses for 90% of what they're worth. We sell them, normally speaking, our traditional average is 99% plus. So looking at this statement in the report, if you go with a traditional agent, you're going to make more money than hiring a for sale by owner. If you work with us, you're going to put way more money in your pocket. There's no sense, folks. And I want one last thing, but not least, I want you to consider this. Because you have someone that could throw it on the MLS, that does not replace a real estate expert. All it does is you have a tool. Now you got to figure out how to use it, how to attract it. Do you have the right systems in place to attract buyers? Do you have the time to begin with? Do you have the systems in place to ensure that buyer is ready, willing, and able? Who is going to lend the money to that buyer? Who is going to inspect that house? Who is going to appraise that house? What's going to happen when that buyer, when the transaction falls through? Do you have to start the whole process again? Way in advance of any of that happening, who is going to actually show the buyer that house? Are you going to take time off of work? Your bosses are going to be pretty pissed if you have to get out of work every single afternoon. So hopefully, you work for yourself. But if you work for yourself, then that means you're probably not spending your time where you're getting a highest and best use. If we're talking having to go and open up a lockbox for a buyer that may not be approved and ready to go. So leave it to a real estate expert. We'd love to help you. We have very, very competitive commission programs. We have things that are not seen in the real estate industry. So there's no sense for you to hire any other real estate agent, or let alone do it for sale by owner. Give us a call, 888-785-0440. Take a look at some of our testimonials we have online at AndreyBustamante.com. If you want to see some of the radio shows that we're doing here, we probably have 20, 30, 40 radio shows
on YouTube.
Go to YouTube, type in Andrey Bustamante show or Andrey Bustamante on the radio. It'll all come right up.
I'm liking that.
It's pretty easy. In terms of listings and some success stories, so this past week we actually had some really, really, really cool success stories, and I'm going to pull them up here as we speak. So the last one that we did, I kind of dabbled on it in the beginning of the show here, was 921 Belfast. This is cool. This property was actually on the market with another agent, I think, 6, 7, 8 months. We came in, Rob, in 67 days, we had this property sold. We came in, we did our certified home sale program, where we come in, we actually identify what the house appraised for, what the inspection report looks like, and what that does is it gives a clear picture to the seller of, one, the value, and number two, what items they need to fix. So they're prepared and ready and ready to go. And that's the one where we did the We Love Realtors campaign, where the other realtor actually got paid for just referring the property over to us. We have another one here. It was on the market for 167 days, and we came in 11 days. We got it under contract and sold. 4114 Feldspar, 11 days. I mean, that is awesome. We got another one here. Let me see. This is cool. We got one in Deltona, and now some properties and some communities, the absorption rate is a little longer. We got this one in like 3 or 4 months. We got that one sold. Creek Bottom. This was cool. I believe this was the for sale by owner, if I recall correctly. 16 days.
16 days.
Done. So I mean, we do it all. We got another one here. 10 days. Sold. 14 days. 56 days.
There you go.
We got another one here, 25 Stonegate. It was on the market for 258 days, 72 days, we got it under contract and sold.
There you go.
So when we come back, I'm going to give you some of the current active listings, but I wanted to share some of these success stories. It's out there, folks. You just got to be with the right agent.
All right, give Andre a call anytime, 888-785-0440, AndreyBustamante.com. You're listening to News 96.5. We're watching the Hillary Watch. We'll let you know when it happens. You'll know it happens right here. Hey, tell all your friends, we ask the experts all weekend long. You get a free education from the top people in their trades. That's what it's all about. News 96.5. You set it there. You keep up with all the latest in news. You keep up with the weather. Keep up with the traffic. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But on weekends, yeah, we let the experts take over, but we keep all the content, too, that you need to hear. 855-297-9696. Andrey Bustamante, that's who's on the air. GuaranteedSale.com. And let's see, Best MLS. BestOrlandoMLSSearch.com and Fidelity National Title. Andre, 888-785-0440. How about some listings?
So we have a couple of good ones this week. This one's actually a short sale. And I don't do too many short sales, but this one came referred to us by Sherry DeWitt. It's a nice-looking house in Meadowwoods in South Orlando, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-story house, 2,120 square feet at only $174,900. Wow, I may buy that myself. So that's a good deal. Only $174,900. You can check all these listings on my site. Just go to AndreyBustamante.com, and if you want to see every listing on the market, easy. Just go to BestOrlandoMLSSearch.com. So we have another one. It's in Kissimmee. Only 11 days in the market. $149,900. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, single-family home. It's a little older home, but it's in great shape. That one will sell quickly. We have one out in East Orlando off the community at Young Pine. 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 2-story home. $249,900, and this is one that was actually in the market for a long time with another agent. We just picked it up. We did aerial photography on it.
I love that.
You could actually see the lake right behind it. Conservation, then the lake. It's awesome. 2,400 square feet for this property, and is built in 2005. So for only $249,900. We got let me see. We got a really neat property out in Claremont at the Vineyard Estates. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home. 2,600 square foot, only 30 days in the market, and the list price on this is $254,900. You got to check it out. It's got an awesome Florida room. Claremont is amazing. I love the hills out there.
Pretty.
All these homes actually have character. I invite you to take a look at that property online. That's 10838 Vineyard Court in Claremont, and like I said, it's only $254,900. Check that one out. We have one actually we're selling. It was on the market for almost 1 year. And this was a Gateway at Riverwalk condo in Sanford, 225 West Seminole Boulevard. We're selling this baby. It should be under contract. I know we got multiple offers on it. On the market at $236,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. Let me see here. For $236,000, and it's 1,600 square feet. I mean, that's the size of a single-family home.
Wow.
And it's nice because it's a waterfront luxury condo. It's got amazing panoramic views. I invite you to take a look at that one online as well. We got one out in Goldenrod, 6514 Goldenrod. The community's Carter Glen, 2-bedroom, 2-bath condominium. It looks like a townhouse, though. I remember when Carter Glen was actually being built out. D.R. Horton built that community. That one's on the market at only $134,900.
Oh.
And let me see how much the HOA fees. HOA fees are $200 a month. Not too bad.
No.
And that one is, like I said, $134,900. We got one in Hunters Creek, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single-family home built in 1998, $229,900, and that one has 1,795 heated square feet. I'll do like 2 more, and then I'll stop this. We got one in Kissimmee, 181,000 single-family home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1,600 square foot home. We got one in Haines City, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, $379,900. We still have an amazing opportunity out in Lake Mary, Magnolia and Plantation, 6-bedroom, 4-bath, a Mediterranean-style home with a side entry garage, private pool overseeing the golf course. And that one's 4,169 square feet. Awesome community. If you haven't been in Magnolia Plantation, give us a call. We'll get you in there. Take a look at this listing and others. $664,900. That's a steal of a house. That one's awesome. We got one in Oviedo, Claremont. I mean, we got them Windermere, Orlando. Another one in Windermere. This is a really cool one. Keens Point. We've sold a handful of properties in Keens Point that other agents couldn't sell. We still have one in there. It's a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath home with a private pool, 3-car garage, and this was a 2-story home. Awesome. I actually consider buying that one. 3,478 heated square feet, built in 05, only $549,900. And it's Keens Point. I mean, the value. You're walking into instant equity. So those are the listings for the week. I invite you to take a look at the rest of them online at Best Orlando MLS Search, or just check out my website, AndreyBustamante.com.
All right, and you can always call Andre at 888-785-0440. That's 888-785-0440. AndreyBustamante.com. That's AndreyBustamante.com. That's going to be neat. You're moving into downtown. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, we're growing. We want to go places. Our 10-year goal is to be in every major market in America, and we're pushing hard. We're hiring. So really quick, we got like 30 seconds left. Anybody that's looking to recharge their real estate career and work with a proven team or with a proven system, I invite you to come on board. Give us a call or just visit our website. We'd love to talk to you about careers with our team.
How wonderful is that? That's going to wrap up this week's show. Don't forget, you need to put this number in your phone, and that way you've got it in your contacts, 888-785-0440. You may not need it, but you might get to work tomorrow and somebody might say, I want to buy a home. I want to sell a home. I want to start investing in homes. And you'd say, hey, I got Andre's number right here, man. We're close. We're tight. 888-785-0440. Andre Bustamante.
It's been a pleasure, Rob. Thank you, Tim, Luis. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.